Hello and welcome back. It has been a hot minute since I recorded or prepared anything. My daughter wants to take my microphone. Daughter. Say hi.
Hi. Hello.
Uh-oh. Got it. This is actually one of the reasons that I have not been preparing any content is I find it difficult with a child who just wants to get into everything and wants to be everywhere all the time. At the end of the day, I only have so much energy and it has been tiring. But what I really wanted to share this month has been a little bit rough. And it's not that anything in particular has made it necessarily bad or struggle or anything like that. Yes, we have had some family things going on in our personal life, and that has been pretty tough to deal with. But it's one of those things where it's kind of out of our hands. And so it's a lot of stress about what we are unable to do. Anyways, um, what I'm figuring out is I have protected myself for quite a long time from social media. And in 2020, when the whole world was imploding, right, I was very angry, very hateful, very resentful towards a lot of people. And I don't want to get into naming of names, but it was just a really sad time. And I think that as a general consensus in America, we all felt that way. It's just a sad time. But I was so hateful and consumed by that hatred that I had to really allow God to do some deep work in my heart and allow Him to fix the parts of me that were still broken and the parts of me that were struggling and the parts of me that didn't want to be loving and accepting of others. And the praying for your enemies, right? I didn't want to do any of that. I just was in my self righteousness. And we can have righteous anger, right? We can be angry about things given correct context. However, when it becomes all consuming, it is no longer of God. And I think that that's what I allowed myself to go into was just this state of mind that wanting to blame someone for the sin that lives in this world. All that to say, I work really hard to watch what I consume, to watch what I read, to watch what I watch. And part of that is really adjusting my social media algorithms to things that I never realized how much I said until my daughter started saying it. What was that? Thank you, thank you. Wait, give mommy the microphone. You keep taking. She keeps taking the little top off, and I can't put it on. Back to what I was saying. I share all that because I have noticed that since I decided to start creating content, and I'm so new to this, right? I don't know anything about content creation or video editing or anything. I am literally learning as I go, and it is so much harder than I thought it was. These people who do these crazy transitions, I can't even imagine how much time that takes. And I'm over here just trying to keep it as simple and easy as possible for myself. And if you're creating content, it also means that you are consuming content. We are seeking to show up into people's feeds, which means that you have to create content that people are going to want to watch and that people are going to want to engage with. And I'm finding that it has been incredibly discouraging to, one, know how slow it is. Some people do it really quickly and it can be very easy for them, or someone uses an AI generated type system and they can just go in, get tens or hundreds of thousands of followers. But when you are starting from scratch, it is really exhausting. And this last month, I have felt really burnt out, really disappointed. And I know that I'm doing the best that I can, but sometimes it just feels like it's not enough. Oh, good news. I finally hit a new low weight, which was really awesome, but it's nowhere near where I want to be. And so the weight loss is just a struggle, and I'm in the process of sharing that. It's just all been so hard. And I think I'm being probably too hard on myself, but regardless, I want to always be as authentic as possible. I don't ever want to show up and be someone that I'm not. I don't want to be a person who just does something or creates something because it's trending or because that's what everybody else is doing. I want to be authentic to who I am. And I want to create content that I'm proud of. I want to create content that other people feel safe sharing. And in so doing that, I have to basically start from zero and really lean into the. What are you doing? And then she laughed. Okay, this is what I'm dealing with every day. She is in a major spilling phase. This is just a container with water, so it'll be easy to clean up. But I have never had so much juice on my floor. I have never had to clean up so many messes. And so this is another thing is that I'm so distracted by whatever my daughter is doing because I want to have the mental energy to be a good parent. And it's so hard to do it. Anyways, oh my gosh, I'm going to say anyways like 600 times. Can you stop playing in the dirt, please? Can you say, love you?
Bye.
And then that's everything. I want to be authentic and I want to create things that glorify God and that glorify what God has done for me and in me and through me. And that just means that I have to lean into His word and lean into Him through prayer and find out what do people need, right? Not is it what's fast consumption or what's something that's going to get like lots of views or generate likes, or I want to things create videos, create words, because I write and I read. I want to share things with the world that are encouraging and that make people feel close to God. Even people who don't believe in the Lord, I want them to feel close to Him just because the way that I live my life. And I was not always a Christian. I did not give my life to Jesus until I was in my early 20s. I went through a whole exploring religions and trying to find who I was and trying to find what I believed in. And even after I gave my life to Jesus, I still was practicing other things. I was so into astrology, like it was just a whole thing. Anyways, all that to say, I want people who don't even know the Lord to feel a safety and a peace here in what I create and what I put out. And so, as I've been kind of socially burning out and just I've kind of taken a break from social media this last month and just tried to regain my grounding, so to speak. The only thing I've been doing is looking for creative outlets. So I color a lot and I love to see what other people create. I love to see what people are doing in creative spaces. And so that's really the only thing I've been looking at because I've just been so burnt out. And I don't want to give up. I have a tendency to do that. Hello, ADHDers in the room. We get so bored and we just give up. We are not good at finishing projects. I'm trying to fight against the grain. Here. I am trying to fight against the grain of everything in me that's screaming to just give up. And I don't want to. And I want to la 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 la. Say la 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 la.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
She likes the
Hello.
she likes the fuzzy microphone. La 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 la.
La la la. Hello.
I don't even remember what I was talking. Speaking of ADHD, I want to be authentic to who I am. I want to be authentic to my faith. I want to be authentic to God, authentic to my family. And so sometimes it's just going to require a step back and that's just what we're going to do. So I still want to share all the things that I'm doing and enjoying. I've literally had these books on my dresser. These two books have been on my dresser for probably weeks at this point, because I want to do book reviews on these because these were some really great reads. And I read so much that I'm probably not going to review every book that I read because the fiction, I can't. But I don't know. I still want to share things. And I mean, if that's something people are interested in, then great. And that's the other thing. When you start doing something and you start chasing after your dreams, the people you least expect are the ones who show up for you. And the ones that you most expect usually don't. It's this really weird thing that I experienced when I also became a yoga teacher. Everyone says, "Oh my gosh, I can't wait to go to all your classes. I can't wait to support you." Da, 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 da. No, it was the most random people who ended up supporting me, like old coworkers or managers, or people I hadn't seen in years, people I even went to high school with, or like that I randomly met. And they were the ones who came out and supported me. And then all the people that were super close to me were the ones who did not show up to take a class. They never came to like a practice session. It was just so interesting. And of course, like sometimes it's just a scheduling thing, but it was a really weird experience that I had. But I guess that's pretty normal. So there was a friend that I had at church who told me that, you know, if you haven't experienced this, but when you get married and then when you have kids, you go through a whole cycling of friends. And it's really bizarre because even people you're like, oh my gosh, no, they're going to be my best friend forever and ever. You lose friends when you get married and you lose friends when you have kids. That is just the seasons of life. That doesn't mean they won't come back. But I had this friend who told me that. He said, you're going to end up friends with the most unlikely people. And that's what him and his wife had gone through when they had their child. And that is really what happens in multiple seasons of life. She's asking me to read her right now. She wants to sing Row, Row Your Boat because this book has a boat on it. This was gifted to me. I think this was from Kathy. Shout out. She sent us some stuff from Wisconsin because that's where she's from. Yeah, but there's like this change that happens in your life where all the people that you think are going to be there aren't. And so, anyways, I guess that's just to say that I've seen so many people show up and support me. People who have been watching my videos and commenting, or on Facebook or on Instagram, which Instagram is like way harder to navigate than I thought. And I use it for my personal stuff, but like for creating things, it's like, oh my gosh, it's just so tiring. So it's just a new skill that I'm learning. And if you're here for the ride, I just want you to know how much I appreciate you commenting, you liking, sharing, just watching me as I'm going through this. And my friend Marlene, when I posted my first YouTube video, she was like, little Katie would be so proud. And that's really who I want to do this for, is the version of me that never believed she could go after the things that she loved. And I've always been a creator. And I think that what's so cool is that my husband is just incredible and so supportive of me being a creative person. He wants me to write, he wants me to paint, he wants me to color, he wants me to make videos, he wants me to post, he wants me to do the things that I'm passionate about. Can you say please? We're going to take a reading break. We'll be right back after this. We'll hear as we walk underground. 4 pages and she's done. I wanted to share where my head is at, how I'm feeling, and I really am going to try to be more consistent. And the creation of ideas is also tough too. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. And the great thing about my husband is that because he's so supportive, it's giving me the encouragement that I need to be able to do this. I want to be able to help bring in money for our family because my husband makes so many sacrifices for us. And yes, he has a job that takes care of our bills, and he has a job that takes care of all of our needs, and he has a job where we're not like dying paycheck to paycheck. But I want to be able to support him by doing something that I'm passionate about, but also that eases his burden. And so by creating content and hopefully building some kind of following, but also using my Amazon storefront to just generate some kind of extra income. Even if it's just like, oh my gosh, you know what, babe? I can pay for dinner tonight. It doesn't have to be on you because, I stopped working It was a month before I had my daughter. And I want to be able to do that for our family and do that for my husband because he is just such a blessing and so wonderful. And just having a person who's so encouraging of the things that I want to chase after is more than I could ever ask for. So, what I want to ask, is there anything that you are interested to see? Like, is there anything that I can share that you would want to watch? Because I know what I like to watch on YouTube, like on long form videos. I watch a lot of the same genres. I have my people that I like, and every once in a while I'll find a new one, but it's a lot of the same stuff. And that's just what I like. We like what we like. But if there's anything that I can offer and bring to the table that would encourage you in some way or would make you feel less alone or make you feel excited about whatever it is that you are working towards, then I would love to offer that. My daughter is just shoving books in my lap. Let me see if I can take this off. Okay, so this is my lap here. We got all the books on the floor. Say hello.
Hello.
What does a donkey say?
Hi.
What does a cow say?
Hi. Hi. Yeah, yeah.
Please offer me some suggestions below. If you want to help support my family, please check out my Amazon storefront. It will be linked underneath this video. I have lots of stuff in there that I like, and I also post reviews of products that I like on there as well. I'm going to hold this because she's having a meltdown. There's monkeys on this page and a jaguar. She likes this one. Okay, so if you want to support us, please do follow me on Instagram and on TikTok. It's the same handle as this, Katie in Christ. And yeah, just tell me what I can tell me what I can offer that you would like to see. I'm really sorry about the camera. My daughter keeps stepping on the I can only fight so many battles in a day with a 1-year-old. You know what I mean? So, anyways, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for all of you who are being so supportive of me and loving on me and showing up for me and encouraging me because it's hard. Putting yourself out there is hard, and being afraid of failure sucks. But it's working out the perfectionist in me. So we got to confront that trauma. Okay, we'll see you in the next video. Bye. Here, say bye. Say bye.
Bye.
Say thank you.
You.
And then say love you.
Love you.
Bye.